machines, and that numbers means you can easily control all of them. You just need to like have 100 and put that in, then you are the controller of the SIGINT. SIGINT is not a SIGINT, testnet, all of this, because they are not insensitive by money, right? The testing token don't have any actual economic sense or economic values. You cannot sell a testnet token to USD dollar. But what you need to put in to mine them is the actual Bitcoin machine. So basically not much machine are doing that. Imagine that you have a machine that you can actually put into the Bitcoin mining. You can have earning every month, but you decided to support the testnet. I don't see many people are doing so. So it's a very, very centralized network. It's way easier than push this into the mainnet. But anyway, they did make some progress in testnet, a SIGINT actually, and they have they claim that they have a verifier that is working, which is which the OP cat agrees. So it make it very feasible, because if that did happen, that could be a very huge steps to so-called smart Bitcoin visions. But I still think it's a long path. And then Robin Linus in last year, Robin Linus has a very genius idea about the BVM. That means he is using the Bitcoin strip, without OPCAP. But he's using the Bitcoin strip as an electronic gate. So basically what he's doing is he's mocking a CPU, a physical CPU, or at least some physical electronic box designs on Bitcoin. So it is a very interesting. I believe Robin will also come back to this cohort, and he will tell you all about his very genius designs. But I can touch a bit here. It is a very bubble and a very broad designs that you can basically run anything. I think it's a Turing complete design on Bitcoin very natively, because every gate, everything, every logic you want to mock that they exist in the real world, like it's every program is run by a computer. So if you mock a CPU, you mock a electronic gate, of course you can mock all the programs, and everything you are building on this way is mocked on by all the Bitcoin hash power, by all the Bitcoin computing resources. So that's a very, very sexy way. But a lot of programs, a lot of coding you need to overcome, especially BVM today is still not a mature programming language. You cannot easily like when we program on the on Ethereum, you simply use MetaMask and Solidity. You have those tool chains to easily implement your ideas into a computer program. But unfortunately for BVM, it's still a long path to go. So in short, that's the ZK ROAS of three kinds of ZK ROAS on Bitcoin. But ZK ROAS is just one of the achievements of smart contracts on Bitcoin. You still have many other options. For example, side chains, merge mining, and many other options. We are discovering many other kinds of options how to achieve these goals. So compared to other options, for example, merge mining and side chains. Side chains is one of the popular way to do so. For example, Maling and Stacks, they already have some progress in the building a side chain. The Stacks, especially before the Nakamoto upgrades, basically what they are doing is that they are running a separate chain, and they are doing computing on that chain, and that chain could be very, very Ethereum-like, right? Especially because it's not very hard connected to Bitcoin. You can use a very, very Ethereum-like code to support all the Ethereum features, EVM, all the things you have on Ethereum, you can easily find them there. And then you can have a bridge, a pretty centralized bridge, or a bridge controlled by a group of nodes. And then if the Bitcoin, for example, the Bitcoin has some statement changes, then the nodes will agree and it reflect back to the sidechain. And if sidechain have something like that, then it flat back to Bitcoin. That's a sidechain solution. So compared to sidechain solution, zk-ROA has some benefits. For example, the security. All the zk-ROA pass through the trust list by the zk proof, and zk proof is a mathematical way that you can have you can check the security level. Usually the zk algorithm is not the nick button of the security. The Bitcoin itself is. So it doesn't reduce the security. But sidechain, you need to trust the sidechain nodes, you need to trust the sidechain network, rather than directly you can trust the Bitcoin network. So that's a major benefit. And most zk-ROA could have lower transaction fees compared to direct on-chain transactions. That's also a huge benefit. But the major benefit is still we have smart contract while we're not sacrificing a lot of the trust list features. So sidechain versus zk-ROAs, we do have a lot of the benefits. And use case of zk-ROAs in Bitcoins. I believe most of you already have some ideas about what you are having to build on Bitcoin, but still here are some examples. So for example, you can have DeFi applications, and then you can do something as micropayments, and you can do tokenization and any other kind of smart contracts. Is very likely you can build these things on zk-ROAs. And the benefit from zk-ROA is, as we just mentioned, is that you can have the trust list level while you don't sacrifice the smart contract features. You don't need to directly deal with the complicated Bitcoin transactions, and you are not limited to the Bitcoin's limitations. We handle all these things with zk proof to have both benefits. So I know we are running out of time, but we still have 5 minutes. I would love to take some questions here. Yeah. Oh, this name is a little bit hard to me.
Okay, no problem.
Marco.
So thank you for the presentation. I was wondering, so when OPCAT is gonna be released, then you're gonna make a real ZK bridge with Bison rollup. I'm wondering, have you got any rough estimation of the possible fees when you gonna have real rollup on the Bitcoin? How much does it cost to make transaction in this rollup?
Yeah, that's a good one. We are not finalized the cost yet, because we are still in a developing stages, and the Bitcoin cost itself. We write all the data back to Bitcoin, so the Bitcoin gas fee rate is highly influenced the gas fee on Bison's too. But what we can do now is we reduce that not larger than 0.1 USD dollars. Is higher than last year because of the Bitcoin itself has a huge fee increase, but still we can be 100 times cheaper than a regular Bitcoin transaction. That's the goal, and we already achieved that. So that's thanks to the ZK technology.
Okay.
We can reduce the gas fee a lot. And George.
Hi there, great presentation. Kudos on your progress in English. So here comes the most important question about ZK rollups. It's centralization, right? So it's, can you address this question of centralization? Like, I mean, you could modify or manipulate the transactions. Like if I run a DeFi protocol on your rollup, you could manipulate the transactions easily because it's centralized, right? So how you address these issues?
That's a good question. First of all, yes, roller is centralized. This happens on all the rollers.
Yes.
Then ZK Sync,
ZK
all
Sync as
the
well.
roller is centralized, and that's how roller is cheaper than the original chain. And does that means we can change or we can even multiply all the transactions? Actually, no. Why? Because for OP roll they have a challenge mechanism, right? They need 7 days, but in these 7 days, if you think this transaction is added, you can challenge you can challenge it to a smart contract on layer 1. And if you did prove you are correct, it will be rewarded. So everybody has a
Post factum, right? Understood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's for the OP, but not we don't do that on ZK. In ZK, we do separate things. We are required to submit a ZK proof. And if we do not do what we claim we are going to do, we cannot have that ZK proof. That's the whole ZK algorithm is doing. So we cannot have that ZK proof if we do anything that is not in that code we publish.
Good try. Very complicated and many questions right there. Anyhow, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's the mechanism. How do we keep centralized while we keep trustless? That's powered by the ZK algorithm. I hope we can one day have
Yeah,
time.
it's a fascinating topic. So it's alternative because one way to go trustless is decentralization, but ZK technology allows us. It's not about the decentralization; it's in the proof, right? That makes it trustless.
Yeah. Yes.
It's different variations of making these things trustless. Excellent. Next, who's up? Was that Robert?
Robert.
Yes, hello. Thank you so much again. I had a question about you mentioned typical wallet, which the explanation was great. What about a power wallet? I think I missed it, but what's the benefits of a power wallet you mentioned?
No, Bison wallet.
Oh,
It's a special design. So we put the verification to the user side, and the best the only application user must have is wallet. So we put that part into a wallet.
gotcha. Understood. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me clarify.
Yeah. And I think we are also close to the time too.
The advantage of I'm speaking next, so you can you can decide if you need a couple more minutes.
If they have more questions, I would love to.
I have some general questions. So was
Sure.
ZK rollups and then was smart contracts, if you had more time, what types of ideas would you explore that might lead to a massive opportunity on Bitcoin?
Besides, so it means that if
let's say you had a magic wand,
if I have 2J,
magically
right?
have 24 hours more per day, you could
Yeah. And one is building Bison, and what would be my second star I will build?
Yeah.
That's a good
Second, third, fourth, if you could do them in parallel, like what would be your top picks?
Yeah, you know the answer changes every time I come back here because the market will change a lot. And
Yeah.
to today's market, I would try games. I would try games. Because I have witnessed the power of Telegram games, like that always brings so many users, and it could easily teach people to how to interact with the blockchain. That is a very good way to express very complicated ideas, but in a very valid way to normal users. And normal users can be educated because most people in the world doesn't know anything about blockchain, doesn't know anything about Bitcoin. They don't know why we still need that since we have banks. But by games, we can attract a lot of normal users to have a taste of blockchain, to have a taste of Bitcoin. So I might, if there was a second me, I might try something that pass.
Cool. Is there anything aside in addition to games?
Not really, not really. That's all in my second me right now. If I have a second me, I'm all in a game.
All right, very cool. All right. Luis, Robert, Lucian.
Jay, thank you for everything. Question. Excuse me. From an entertainment space, I come from an entertainment background. I would like to study harder one protocol, or maybe I'm saying it wrong, but what should I be studying and understanding? It's a little bit overwhelming, all the different things that are coming out of what you're talking about. Is it OPCAT?